Hey friends, I'm coming to you today from the beautiful Sage Mountain Herbal Retreat Center, Rosemary Gladstar's home and educational center. And I've been enjoying part of my late summer here in Vermont with a bunch of New England herbalists doing some studies and some teaching and enjoying the beautiful weather and rich biodiversity of Vermont. And I've been indulging every day in taking a hike up Sage Mountain, which, as you can imagine, is a rare treat for me coming from a pretty flat land. And today on my hike, I entered this beautiful meadow of flowers. This is a spot here on Sage Mountain where a lot of ceremonies have been held. A sweat lodge takes place behind me. There's a beautiful stream to swim in and cleanse. And as I entered the meadow, I noticed something. It was the quiet, the sense of serenity and peace that we find when we leave the city. My school and my home are both very urban, and often I'm very aware of the noises of the city and the hums of the wires and the electromagneticity and the different influences on my personal ability to find peace. You can think of it as a very noisy environment. And as often as I can, I try to find a rhythm in that city noise and find my own rhythm in that city. But today, as I entered this meadow, I really remarked on what healing we can find when we step into a more quiet space, when we take an afternoon off to head to the river for a walk, or when we have a day or a weekend, we can hop in a canoe and pitch a tent and enjoy a local lake or park. And these opportunities really allow us to experience quiet. And when we're in a place like this, where we are more quiet and our surroundings are more quiet, we have an opportunity to hear our own inner voice more clearly. I noticed when I stepped into this meadow that thoughts that had been chattering in my mind or concerns on my heart felt more clear, and my perspective of them shifted into a place where I felt more at ease and in harmony with those things. And I know that in my busy city life, I often take for granted that the noises around me can really clutter my mind, clutter my energy, clutter my ability to think clearly, and also not only to hear my own voice, but to hear the voice of spirit, to hear the voice of God, to hear the voice of nature, to hear the voice of the divine force that we call upon when we need help or call upon when we need guidance. So I wanted to invite you today to consider what opportunities there may be in your life to create more quiet and to step more into that serenity of nature for the benefit of hearing your own heart's wisdom and also hearing the wisdom of nature. In the comments below, share your thoughts with me. What's your plan? Are you going to go take a hike this weekend? Is there an afternoon that you can stop and sit by the lake? You know, often for me, even in a city, I can find these moments of quiet. I'm fortunate in Central Florida, even though I live and work downtown, to be surrounded by a few city parks, some ponds, and some lakes. And while I may hear a little traffic in the distance or a plane flying overhead, on the whole, I'm in an environment where I can hear myself more clearly and I can touch back into that inner wisdom. So let me know. Tell me what your nature experience, what your moment of quiet is going to be this week. May the plants bless you richly.